Hello, welcome to Bosco Football on Spreaker.com's own national sports. Tonight's contest features the St. John Bosco Braves and the De La Salle Spartans. You have been here the entire season. The Braves have won 15 consecutive games en route to the state championship appearance tonight, as the Braves and the Spartans will face off in Carson City's StubHub Center near Los Angeles, California. This game is delivered by Tam's Pizzeria and the High School Scoreboard.
Live from Cerritos College, it's the CIF Regional Bowl game between the St. John Bosco Braves and the Corona Centennial Huskies. 2nd and 9 here for the Braves. It's a play action. Rosen's going for a wide open Wadood. Nobody's going to get the UCLA commit.
Jaleel Wadood catching his 19th touchdown of the season.
McGrew up the middle. Touchdown Braves. He has done it. He breaks the St. John Bosco touchdown record for a single game. That's 7 on the night.
The Bosco Braves defeated Centennial last week and will now face the De La Salle Spartans in one final match. An undefeated ball club has won 4 consecutive titles. The Braves and the Spartans with the state championship on the line. The final round starts now.
Live from the StubHub Center in Carson, California, it's the final football game of the 2013 high school season, and it's a great one as tonight the De La Salle Spartans have traveled south to take on the St. John Bosco Braves for the CIF Open Division California State Championship game. Alongside Adam Ferrister and Nick Rice, I'm Chris Sylvester. Adam, the St. John Bosco Braves, regarded as the #1 team in all the land, clash here tonight against the ball club that has won the last 4 California state championships in the De La Salle Spartans. Not to mention, they've also won 40 consecutive football games. How spectacular has this program been over the last decade or so?
It's a very spectacular program, and it has to do with the great coaching and the disciplined football that they play. De La Salle is, as Bosco has called them, a machine of a football team. That's how the coaches and teams been referring to them this week. They're a machine, just physical team that can play great disciplined football.
And Adam, for Bosco, their goal since day one, they had 3 of them. One was to win the Trinity League, one was to win a CIF championship, and one was to win a state championship. They've accomplished 2 of those so far. How can they get the 3rd one done tonight and finally knock off the De La Salle Spartans, who have not lost to a California team since 2008?
Bosco's going to have to play mistake-free football. That means no penalties. That also means that there can't be any overthrown balls to wide-open receivers. Last week we saw that a couple times. Josh Rosen overthrown a wide-open Shea Fields. That cannot happen here today. There needs to be no missed opportunities. They need to execute every play as it needs to go to its full potential, and that's the only way they're going to be able to beat De La Salle, because De La Salle is a team that we haven't seen, Bosco hasn't seen. They are a disciplined, physical team, and it's going to be a hard-fought football game today.
Should be a good one tonight from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. It's the matchup of the undefeateds for the Open Division State Championship. We'll be right back on the SJB Broadcast Network with the kickoff from Carson, California between the Bosco Braves and the De La Salle Spartans.
Catch every high school game this season with the High School Scoreboard app, along with @StJohnBosco on Twitter as well. Now back to Bosco football with Chris Sylvester and Nick Rice.
Back here in Carson, California at the StubHub Center, as we're just about set to kick it off tonight between St. John Bosco and De La Salle. De La Salle won the toss and elected to receive. Reed Budgerich, the amazing senior kick it, I guess that's how we'll put it, for the St. John Bosco Braves. How about this stat, Adam? Reed Budgerich leads all high school kickers in touchback ratios this season. That's pretty darn impressive.
That's very impressive, and it just shows how strong Reed Budgerich's leg is.
We're just about set to kick it off, and we are underway in the 2013 Open Division State Championship game. The kick will be returned by the running back. That's number 30, Antoine Custer. And he'll only get himself a gain out to the 16-yard line. So that's where Chris Williams and this veer option, this ever so intriguing De La Salle offense will take over.
Yes, it is a weird option that they run. It's one that Bosco's never seen before, and we'll see if that'll cause any confusion for Bosco here tonight.
De La Salle comes out under center in a one-back set, and the quick handoffs goes to the senior running back. That's John Velasco, and Velasco gets himself out to the 20-yard line for a gain of about 4. Big difference between the offenses here tonight. Bosco likes to run that up-tempo, no-huddle spread game. De La Salle runs this veer option and likes to milk the clock. They want to take the time of possession away from the Braves here tonight.
Yes, the De La Salle, their goal is to run and chew up as much clock as they can.
Once again, the handoff goes to John Velasco, and Velasco stopped up at the 24 after a gain of 4. He's very close to the first down marker, which is at the 26-yard line. He's a couple yards short, and upcoming quickly is a third down for De La Salle. But third and short hasn't been a problem with the big 5'7", 200-pound back Velasco this season.
It hasn't, but I don't think they've seen a team as big as Bosco.
On a third and short for De La Salle, a quick handoff once again to Velasco, and Velasco right around the first down marker, and I do believe he got it, and they are moving the chains. De La Salle picks up the first down. No score. 10:58 left to go in the first quarter, the first down of the game for the Spartan offense.
The Braves defense looked good. They did let up a first down, but they're playing hard football and not giving up big yardage on runs.
Under center in that veer option offense is De La Salle, and it'll be Williams with the keeper, and Williams is up the middle. Williams is into Bosco territory, and he's tackled at the 37, but hold your horses. This one could be very well coming back as there is a flag in the area of holding. It's a chop block against De La Salle, so wipe out that big run from the quarterback, Chris Williams, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Spartans. That would have been a big run, would have been a big shift in momentum to the Spartan side, but that penalty gives all the momentum in the world back to the St. John Bosco Braves. It's going to be about a 1st and 25 after the penalty for the Spartans.
Oh, illegal shift. It's illegal shift. That is an undisciplined by De La Salle. That's something we rarely see. We commented in the pregame how this is a very disciplined team right there. We saw De La Salle not being the most disciplined team right there, having an illegal shift. We'll see if that'll change as the game progresses.
Go to high school scoreboard. So the penalty backs up the Spartans to the 21-yard line. It was just a spot foul, so a 1st and 15, and the pitch to the outside goes to John Velasco. And Velasco gets himself to the 26-yard line, about a gain of 4 from the senior running back. John Velasco, quite the story, played a lot of minutes on JV last year as their running back and worked his way up in the offseason, hitting the weight room a lot, and here he is as varsity's main guy for De La Salle here tonight. He's going to be getting the bulk of the carries for the Spartans.
Yes, and he's going to have a great game if the Spartans want to beat the Braves.
Here on a 2nd and 11, Williams' pass is incomplete. He was going for Kevin Griffin, the 6'1 senior receiver who's on his way to Washington State. And a 3rd and long, definitely a weakness for this Spartan offense, is upcoming with 9:58 left to go here in the first.
The Spartans' passing hasn't been too spot on this year, but they've usually just like those 3rd and shorts where they can run it. But now this is an obvious pass situation, so we'll see how the Spartans can adjust to this 3rd and long.
It's a 3-receiver set for De La Salle. Back to pass is Williams. Williams looking around. He's going to scramble. He steps up in the pocket, and he's only going to get himself to the 31-yard line, where he's brought down by Malik Dorton and Christian Holland. And De La Salle here will face a 4th and 8. And you'd think they'd have to send out their punting unit in this situation.
Yeah, you'd think they would, but is it? Yes, they are sending out their punting unit now. That's a great stop by Bosco's defense, not letting De La Salle get the first points. Very good job by Bosco defense.
The punt is away, and it's an end-over-end kick. Back to get it is Jaleel Wadoud, and he's just going to let it hop inside the 25. It takes a beautiful De La Salle roll, and it's picked up at the 23-yard line. So that's where Josh Rosen and this potent St. John Bosco offense will take over. They put up 70 points last week against somewhat of a weak Corona Centennial defense. It's going to be quite a mission here tonight to try to score on one of the nation's top defenses in De La Salle.
De La Salle's defense can be considered one of the top in the nation, like you said, Chris. And Bosco's going to have a hard time. I think they're going to have to get the hard yards like they did against Mater Dei.
4 receivers set here for the Braves, and the handoff goes to Sean McGrew. And McGrew is met up and spun back right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time for the sophomore, who ran for over 350 yards and 7 touchdowns last week against Corona Centennial.
Like I was saying, Sean McGrew during the Mater Dei game adjusted to his bounce outside and get the long yards to the short head down yards, and that's what he's going to have to do here tonight.
2nd and 9 for the Braves. Back to the ground they go, and it's McGrew getting to the outside. McGrew past the 30, past the 35, 40. There goes Sean McGrew into De La Salle territory, and he's finally dragged down at the Spartan 48-yard line. The sophomore that they like to call Lightning McGrew, a huge gain there on 2nd down, and Bosco has their first down of the ball game.
Sean McGrew is so fast, just able to get outside, break a couple of tackles, and get into De La Salle territory.
So Sean McGrew, not yet stopped by this potent De La Salle defense, who I'm sure at some point will figure it out here tonight, but not there on that carry. 4 receivers set as McGrew is motioned behind Rosen. Back to the ground they go, and back to McGrew they go, and McGrew able to get inside the 45 to the 42. A good gain of 6 that time on 1st down, as the sophomore just kept his legs churning and got through the big linebackers that De La Salle brings to the table.
Sean McGrew is a little guy, but he is not a guy who is weak. He has big legs that can just churn and get those tough yards.
5 receivers set here for Rosen. Rosen goes over the middle, and the pass is caught by Shayfields. It's a 1st down for the Braves to the Spartan 30-yard line. So the USC commit that time got some separation from the corner, number 32, Kevin Griffin. These two guys could very well be matching up against each other in the Pac-12. Griffin headed to Washington State. Fields headed to USC. Fields won that matchup that time and got Bosco the 1st down.
He got wide open there, and it was just an easy pass for Josh Rosen.
3 receivers set here for the Braves. McGrew the lone back. Rosen changes the play at the line. Out of the gun, and it's going to be the handoff to McGrew. McGrew, a big hole up the middle. McGrew inside the 20, and he's tripped up at the 14-yard line. You thought that maybe De La Salle would be able to stop the sophomore running back. So far they haven't. St. John Bosco in the red zone with 7:40 left to go here in the 1st.
I'm very surprised at how it's going right now.
The handoff this time goes to Clifford Sims, who only got a couple of carries in a 21-point victory last week, and he gets himself to the 12-yard line. Jason Negro using his depth here early.
Yeah, we've usually only seen Clifford in the 4th quarter when Bosco's been up, but now we're seeing him here early in the game. We'll see if he's going to be used a lot here tonight.
Out of the gun, Rosen on a 2nd and 9. Bosco at the De La Salle 14. Back to the ground they go, and it's Sims getting up the middle to the 10-yard line before he's spun back. The ball did come loose, but the referees are going to rule that Clifford Sims was down. That was the big junior Khalil McKenzie coming up on the tackle. McKenzie, quite the story, transferred from Southwest High School in Green Bay, Wisconsin to come play for Justin Allenbaugh's program in De La Salle. Shows you how great of a football program not only De La Salle is in California, but nationally as well.
Yeah, they're notorious all over the nation for being just a powerhouse football team.
5 receivers set here for the Braves. It's a 3rd and 7 at the De La Salle 11. Rosen back to pass. Rosen's going to step up and run. Rosen has room up the middle, gets inside the 5, dives for the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Braves. Josh Rosen snuck up the middle that time for a touchdown, but wipe it out. A holding penalty against St. John Bosco. So Rosen, who would have had an 11-yard scramble on the run for the touchdown last time, the penalty negates that, and St. John Bosco will be backed up all the way to their own 24-yard line here.